sorry about that. I can only do 15-minute videos on my webcam apparently. So at the end of part 2, I was just talking about the area on each lumen that you can clamp. And one of the things I've learned, just because I've had central access for so long and just from experience, move where you clamp every time you use your line. It just helps reduce the wear in any given spot along the lumen so that your line will last you longer. So any point between those arrows where it says clamp here, if that's still on there, it should be if your line's fairly new. If not, hopefully you'll be able to remember the range of clamp. And what I like to do is just start, you know, at the top of the zone, and then each time I flush, I pull it just a little bit further to clamp. And then the next time I use it, I'll pull it a little bit further too. If you got the letters on there, move it one letter at a time. Doesn't have to be far, maybe 1/4 of an inch, just past wherever it was clamped before. We'll give that area of the tube time to relax, and you won't be crimping too long. So that will just help your line last you longer to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and clamp this because we already did this one. Okay, and then for the second one, I'm going to go ahead and inject some nausea medicine. So I'm going to set that up first before I take my cap off and all that, because that I'm going to push after I attach the new one before the last flush. Okay, so if you have these vials, this is really important. Underneath this cap, it's not sterile. Okay, like if you open this and see, you'll notice that the metal only connects at certain perforated points. I don't think you could see that in the camera, but it isn't an entire metal seal on there. It's just little tiny perforations so that it's easy to remove this cap. Easiest way is just use a fingernail, flick it off to remove that, by the way. So you're gonna want to swab this. And again, anytime you're using alcohol, some people use chlorhexidine, but if you're using alcohol, very important, 15 seconds, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. You have, if you have the same kind, you have a syringe with a needle already attached. This comes a little bit with a little bit of space between the top and the bottom. So I like to just push up and get rid of that. And then when you're drawing out of a vial directly, you need to inject the volume of air that is equal to the volume of fluid that you're pulling out. So this is 1 cc of promethazine. So I'm going to draw back my plunger on my syringe to 1 cc. Okay, then I'm going to hold this with my 2 fingers. With my thumb and forefinger, I'm going to take off my needle. Okay, and then enter the vial at a 45-degree angle. Reason being, this needle's kind of thick, and there's a hole in the middle, and that hole can actually get plugged with the rubber in your stopper. If you inject it directly in, it's called coring, and you don't want that to happen. So you enter at a 45-degree angle, or actually I think I'll have to look it up, but I think that's okay. And then as you're pushing in, you gradually raise the angle of your needle. So we're going to push in like this, right? Turn it upside down. Push in the 1 cc of air. Okay, now I hope this shows up. But then you need to pull your needle down. Let's see. I don't think it's going to show on here. Dang it. I don't think so. But okay, so look in your vial, and you're going to pull your needle down towards the bottom. Tilt to the side with the open side far down as you can. and go ahead and aspirate, pull your fluid. And keep aspirating as you slowly pull the vial up, just so you get the rest of the fluid out. Okay? Now, recapping needles, very careful. It's very important to be very careful. You don't want to get stuck. So the best way, if you have a needle disposal, some people have, it's a little clipping device. You can cut the needle right off of there. Some people have sharps containers that take it off for you. If you don't, do not try and resheath this in your hand. It is too easy. This is thin plastic. The needle is very sharp, and it's very easy to slip and stab yourself. Or worse, put the needle through your hand. Seen it happen, you guys. It's not cool. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your cap down. Okay? Where is it? Can you guys see that? I shouldn't have just folded my laptop. I should pick this up. Okay, sorry. Alright. So here is my cap. Where am I at? Where is it? Where are you? Okay, it's between there and there. I'm having so much camera issues right now. Okay, it's right here. Where the hell am I? Okay, there's my cap. So you're going to actually take the needle and pick it up with the needle, okay? Because you don't want to resheath just trying to do it by your hand. And then at that point, let me put this back here. Sorry about this. I hope I'm not making you guys nervous. Alright, so then once it's on here, then you can grab at the base and click it back on. But yeah, don't do it with your hands. It's too easy to mess up. So then you're going to take your needle off, make sure it goes in a sharps container, and this is ready. Okay? So you're ready to inject. If you're not ready to inject yet, and by the way, make sure you get the air out. So again, you'll push up till there's a bead of fluid on the top, and then you're ready to administer your medicine. I'm not ready because I'm actually going to do my other cap first. So I'm going to go ahead and put the needle right back on here. I didn't put it down since it's still sterile. And then I'm going to get my other cap done, and then I'll have my medicine ready. So that's how you do that. Okay, so the second one is the same procedure as before. You want to loosen your cap before you get all like masked and gloved, just so it's easier. So this will twist off easily now. And then you're going to repeat the same alcohol procedure. So I use 3 swabs for this. The first one is just over the top of the lumen and fold it down and wipe just a little bit, just to get the big stuff off. If there's a hair on mine. There was a hair under there. So can you guys see that? Did it show up? I guess not, but yeah, so the big stuff comes off first. Sometimes you'll have crystallized salt come out of your saline flush if there was an extra drop, whatever. Get the big things off first, then you can do your whole scrubby thing. My reasoning is, I don't want to push something big down in there if I start scrubbing right away. So you can look at it, make sure you get all the crispies off the outside if there are any. Then I'm going to repeat the same procedure. So you take your alcohol swab in a diamond position. Put your lumen in the middle. And you're going to fold the corners like before. First one. And tightly take the other one. Pull it around. And grab that. And then for the top, you're going to twist. Put your thumb to hold it. Grab with your thumb and first 2 fingers, okay, like this. Take your hub, and then you're going to do the 15 count scrub. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, and then we're going to repeat that again a second time, just to make absolute certain. Place your hub in the middle, fold one end, take the other one, pull it tightly over, grab with your opposite hand, pick up the top, twist it, and push down with your thumb. Grab between thumb and forefinger on the sides, grab your hub with your other hand, and the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember to grip really hard, you guys. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so this guy's ready now. Why does my screen keep doing that? Come on, wake up, little one. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up for me. This is so weird, I don't know why it does this. Come on. Come on, you. There we go. Okay, so I've got my second syringe ready with the cap. So, again, go ahead and do your flick and make sure there's no air bubbles at the bottom. Take the end, the protective end off of your cap. Pull down on the plunger. See where your fluid level is. And push up until you get a bead right on the top. Okay, and then this is ready. Sometimes you have to hold it. These syringes, if I let go, the plunger will naturally draw back a little bit. So sometimes you have to hold it after you push up to keep the fluid on the end. It's not that critical because you're going to be aspirating again to get whatever air is trapped out of your lumen once this is attached, but I like to make sure that at least there's no air in here when I attach it. So again, just push and twist gently, and then you can grab your hub in the cap and tighten it, and that guy's done now, attached. Okay, so now we undo the clamp and go ahead, move it down a little bit to where you're going to clamp it next, but leave it open. Then you're going to aspirate until you get blood return, so you're going to flick while you're doing that. I'm going to see if I can get the ear to show up this time. Let's see. Actually, it didn't look like I had any. Okay, so get blood return. And then go ahead and pulse flush again like I was doing for the other one. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Push, relax, push, relax, push, relax. I push with this part of my hand on the plunger, and just my 2 fingers, and just do little like pulsatile squeezes like this. Doesn't show it that fast, but, and again, make sure that when you get to the end and there's a little bit of air, that you don't inject that. So this is ready to come off. Now I would go ahead, and if I was just doing this, I would go ahead and just flush with my second saline the same way. But if you're taking medicine, then you can undo this cap here. Undo the needle, excuse me. And again, push up till you see a little bead on the top. Trying to get good contrast, you can see that better. Okay, there's a little bead on the top. Now these caps, they have a pressure, I guess it's like a little valve in there. So you have to push kind of hard to twist it, so make sure they're aligned first. Because if you don't, you see you could slip off real easy. So make sure you're right in the middle. And then you push and then twist to get them to lock on. I didn't explain that before, and I probably should have. So this, go ahead and inject now.